YouTube, Pewsily back here again. Got about just over a month until our new ban list now, so I want to have a chat about cards that are popping up all over the internet about what might get limited, unlimited, yada 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 yada. Just quickly gone through and grabbed a few cards for illustration purposes. So, one quite interesting one I want to talk about is Lumina. People at the moment aren't really wanting Light Swan because they're sort of tier 2 something. They are still good. You cannot deny if someone drops a Judgment Dragon on you and nukes your field, you're pretty screwed. Um, but they just lost so much consistency when this went to 1, Necro went to 1, Charge went to 1. It's just they lost so much all in one go that it was just a really big hit. So I reckon, although I hate Light Swan, really don't like them, Judgment Dragon is ridiculously overpowered, but I reckon, interest of fairness, Lumina should go to 2. Try her back out at 2. She would definitely be interesting when we get the Fabled Tuner Cerebral. So you can use her effect, discard Cerebral, special summon a monster, and then Cerebral special summons as well. That'll be even better as well if you have Trishula, because you go into level 9 ridiculously easy. So that's just my 2 cents there. I don't think Light Swan are powerful enough at the moment. They're still good, but they're pretty luck sack if they drop a JD on you. Another one, loads of people are calling for a limit on this to go to 1. Solemn Warning at 1, are you kidding me? What else are you going to use to stop 6 Zams? This card, a 2,000 life point cost to use it is hefty. This card can kill you if you don't play it right. For that reason, stay at 3. Maybe look at it again in September, because I'll come on to 6 Zams later, that's fine. But I don't think this is overpowered at all. 2,000 life point cost and only touches summons. I reckon that's balanced. Leave it as it is. All the poor kids out there, they're screaming. They want Pot Duality limited, just because they can't afford it. This card is not overpowered. It's just good. Alright? I can't use more than 1 in a turn, and I can't special summon. If you see me play this, I cannot kill you that turn. This card has bought you a turn. Yeah, it's helped me dig through my deck, and I'm probably more likely to kill you in the next couple of turns. But just because you can't afford it doesn't mean it should get banned. It's going to get a reprint, and when it's reprinted and you finally got your play set of 3 and you're using it and you're winning games because of it, do you honestly think you'll want it banned then? No, you won't. Just because you don't have one, move on. You know, when Dark Armed came out, I didn't have a play set of Dark Armed. I didn't cry about it. I played zombies. You know, move on. I don't think that's going to get hit because it's still a money card. So these two are still selling Duelist Revolution boxes, so that's good. Dark Hole is a great card. I've been saying for absolutely ages we should have this card, and I was actually really happy when it came back. Just because we have Torrential Tribute, and Torrential Tribute is the same thing, but your opponent wastes their summon as well. So I just sort of slightly believing that Torrential Tribute is a better card than Dark Hole. The only downside Torrential Tribute has, obviously, you can't use it to set up plays during your turn. You sort of can if you summon and then nuke the field, but, you know, I reckon I don't see this going anywhere. This will stay around, but we cannot have a format with Dark Hole and Heavy Storm. Simple as. Just, that would be broke. To be able to go clear your back row with Heavy Storm, clear your front row with Dark Hole, attack, 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 attack. They'd just be, you know, OTK format. So, I really do see this staying around. I don't think it's a ridiculously broke card. The brokenness about it is that it can hit face down monsters. That's what I tend to use it for. But loads of people are, when you draw this, you cream yourself that your opponent might have a face down Starlight Road. So it gets played quite conservatively, and you don't see it all that often, but you know, if your opponent top decks this, yeah, they clear your field, but it's not as broke as your opponent top decking Brain Control and then going for game with your own Goyo Guardian. So I see that staying, to be honest with you. I don't see it coming back just for one format. Monster Reborn came back a little while ago, turned out to be ridiculously broke, got banned again. Came back again, isn't so broke. So I don't know. This could be the sort of card that Konami brings back every couple of formats just to mix things up again, and then they ban it. Or they could be genuinely trying to bring it back, and this format hasn't done loads, so I don't know. This one's on the fence. Brilliant card, but just because it's generic, sort of reborn from the graveyard, you can target anything, there's like no cost or anything, then it's a bit too usable. Next, I hate this card. Words cannot describe how much I hate this card. This card's so much worse than Heavy Storm. Basically, you play this, your opponent cannot stop you swarming, and then next turn, your opponent cannot destroy your swarm. You saved your swarm for 2 turns at the price of 1 card, whereas Heavy Storm, if Heavy Storm's around, you don't set as much anyway, so you've only destroyed a couple of cards, and your opponent can still Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Fissure, Smashing Ground. They can still do all of that next turn. This card's broke as hell. It should have been banned last format. So, I see this getting banned. That's probably the one I'm most confident about, this getting banned. But I don't think Heavy Storm's coming back because we'll be keeping Dark Hole. So, to make up for this douche of a card getting banned, Giant Tornado will go to 2. It's not broke at all. Bounce your card back for 1 turn. If you can't kill him that turn, all the cards just get set again next turn. It's as simple as that. I reckon this goes to 2. And then next format, it will go back to 1. Cold Wave will stay banned, and we'll get Heavy Storm back. That's what I see happening, because there's one guy really high up in Konami who hated Heavy Storm. He didn't like what it did for the game. So he's been pushing for years to get it banned. And now that it is banned, I don't think it's going to come back after just 1 format. I just don't see that happening. Gravekeeper signature card, Spy. Put that in to remind me, Royal Tribute. Is hideous. Don't know if you saw some of my jewels I put up with Thunderwolf's Gravekeepers in there. But basically every game that he played Royal Tribute he won. It's as simple as that. You can play Royal Tribute first turn, and you can play it so consistently, it's unreal. You've got 3 Necro Valleys and you've got 3 Commandants to search it. That gives you something like a 70% chance of opening with something that's going to search it, and you've got nearly a 40% chance of opening with at least 1 Royal Tribute. So you're going to see roughly 50% of games with Gravekeepers, they open up with a first turn Royal Tribute play. And what's worse, there is nothing you can do about it. You can't stop it. Because if you haven't even drawn yet, and your opponent goes Necro Valley, Royal Tribute, and you ditch 3 or 4 monsters from your hand, you're basically top decking straight away. And that's why it's broke. I reckon that should go to 1. Because Gravekeepers need it. That's what's winning them games. It's not the fact that they got Descendant, which hits face down cards. That's pretty cool. It hits face down monsters, face up monsters, face down spells, face up spells, which is so flexible, it's unreal. But take away Royal Tribute, and I don't think they'd be anywhere near top tier. So get rid of those. And Samurais, they're the big debating point. I'm on the fence about Samurais. They're going to be broke as hell, and they're going to get bitch slapped in the OCG ban list. But TCG ban list is different. Konami actually want to sell cards, would you believe? And they're not going to do that. They won't sell Storm of Ragnarok boxes if nobody wants what's in there. Because the best stuff after that's Karakuri, which won't be tier 1, and the Nordic stuff, which won't be tier 1. So there's not really anything in there people want to buy. There's some scrap stuff, which isn't going to be hard to get. And basically, just for the pure reason of wanting to make money, I reckon 6 Sams won't get hit that hard. They'll do something to take away that big first turn kill factor, maybe limit Shien signal, smoke signal thing, and semi-limit gateway. But other than that, can't see a lot happening, I'm afraid. So they'll be good, but they might sort of switch to more control. So they'll be like Blackwings were a couple of formats ago, where they can explode like crazy and they can control you. So those are my thoughts. If you think differently, comment right down below. Let me know what you also, if you play Gravekeepers, let me know what you think Royal Tribute does for you, and I'm sure I'll argue with you. But yeah, let me know. I particularly don't want this to get hit, because I reckon that's balanced, but there we go. Peace.